Hey, welcome back to another segment of Cooking with My Friends. I'm here today with Mr. Engineer. This man has a tremendous track record in this community. He has been one of the best chief engineers in several stations, and I am so proud and honored to say that he is my friend, Brian Hoover. Brian, it's been such a pleasure working with you. And I know that you are the consummate pro, and on top of all of that, you're also, what people don't know about you is Brian raises chickens. So how does a high-tech guy like you go from being Mr. Tech to raising chickens?
Well, I've got a little agricultural background. I grew up around farms. Both my grandparents had farms. My grandmother raised chickens, so at a young age I was out. It's like, here, take the basket, go out and gather eggs so I don't have to. So I've got some familiarity with chickens. But I learned about the local, the South Bend Urban Chicken Group that petitioned the city council several years ago to change the law and allow you to keep backyard chickens. And it was an interesting experience. I'd never been involved with city government before or the legal process, and we got in there and we all got up and spoke and we made a case for it and they passed it.
Great.
So
how many chickens do you have?
I've got 4 laying hens.
And each chicken, I understand, produces different types of eggs.
Right. Yeah. Most chickens lay brown eggs. The typical the egg that you get in the store, which is white like these, are laid by a hen called a leghorn, Leghorn. And this is actually my first leghorn. I got her as a chick last spring, and here about the end of August she started laying when she's 4.5 months old.
That's amazing.
Typically when they start laying, so those eggs are kind of small. She's kind of a small chicken, but she's still very young. So, and we'll use them.
Wow. So here's Brian dealing one moment going up 400-foot towers and dealing with transmitters and all this complicated broadcast equipment. The next day, he's picking eggs.
That night, I'm going home picking up eggs out of the chickens, in front of the chickens.
It's only appropriate then that we're going to cook something with eggs, right?
Do something with eggs.
Yeah.
Sure.
So tell us what we're going to be doing.
We're going to do what are called baggy omelets. It's a real simple thing. One big problem with omelets, if you're doing it for a family, is unless you've got a great big griddle and got the skills of a short order cook, it's hard to get a number of them to come out all at the same time. With this method, we cook them in Ziploc bags. We put them in boiling water. You can have 5 of them in there at a time if you want, depending on the size of the pot, and they all get done at the same time. If you have kids, you can get kids into this process. Everybody can kind of put what they want in their own omelet, and then they all get cooked at the same time. Another advantage of it is if you're health conscious and you're worried about cooking things in oil or frying things in oil, there's no oil in this. So there's no added calories or fat or anything from cooking it in oil. So it is healthier.
Wow. So eggs in a bag.
Eggs in a bag.
Eggs in a bag.
Yep.
Okay, so our water's boiling.
It's almost boiling.
Yeah.
So
what are we going to do?
Step 1, we're going to beat some eggs.
Yeah.
My wife named this hen April because we got her in April. So
that's a beautiful shell too. It's really, really super white. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it is a really white shell.
The free-range backyard chicken eggs like this tend to have a lot more yolk and less white to them.
And what are those advantages? Is it better for the chicken as well as a species,
Yeah, they get more exercise. They're not, I don't know if anybody's actually done any, real studies about it as to how productive they are, but they're certainly happier. Like I say, the eggs, I've had you tell me that these eggs are they're richer.
Yes.
The yolks are much brighter.
Yep.
And they seem to cook up better, which is a good advantage in doing something like an omelet.
Yep.
So
great. So you actually scramble it before you put it in the bag and everything else.
Yep. Just like doing a regular omelet. Typically, when we do this, I use 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, which would be a typical breakfast.
Yeah.
I use 3 eggs in this because these eggs are kind of small.
I like sausage and gravy with those eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's add that.
So we've got, this is basically just a 1-quart Ziploc bag. And I'll put you to use and you can hold that.
Absolutely.
And
Beautiful.
And
little bit of milk.
yep.
Oh, I see. You're
That's
adding
2 strips of bacon that I already cooked and crumbled
Oh,
up.
how cool is that?
A section of onion that I already took,
Wow.
crumbled up. So we'll get those in
So
there.
this will all come out prepared.
Yep, and there's
Wow.
about a tablespoon of milk in there. That's kind of optional. Some people put a little milk in their scrambled eggs, others don't. You know, so that's kind of optional.
Nice.
And of course, the most important part, the cheese.
Oh, wow. It's a full breakfast in a bag.
Yeah, that's right.
With wild range chickens running around Brian's backyard.
And you can put, and you know, you mentioned sausage. I mean, you can put anything in this just like you can put in any omelet. You want sausage in it,
Man,
ground beef in it, you know, onions, mushrooms.
that is fabulous.
Let's see. You can open that up
Yep.
just a little
Yep.
farther.
Yep. There you go.
There we go.
Nice. It's gonna be a cheesy eggs.
That's right.
Nice.
There you go. All righty, and then zip it up and
Okay.
then get the air out
Get
of
the
it.
air out. Yep. Let you handle that. And our water is boiling.
Yep.
Great.
Good.
Wow, that's gonna be look at that. Huh.
Over.
Amazing. I have never seen
Mix
this
it all
before.
good.
Now, I
Yeah,
understand this is a Girl Scout and
Yeah,
Boy
Brenda,
Scout
our
kind of thing.
producer that's
Yeah.
off camera here,
Yeah.
just mentioned that she, you know, she works with the Girl Scouts, and this is how they do it, which makes a lot of sense for a gathering of Girl Scouts that you can have 40 omelets all come out at the same time. My wife saw this in a church cookbook, and unfortunately I can't credit the church or the cookbook because I don't remember where we saw it. But we've been doing this like this for years, especially with our kids.
Right.
So at that point, there it is, and in it goes.
Neat.
And in 20 minutes, we'll come back and pull it out and throw it on a plate and see how it is.
So we'll be right back, and then when we come back, we'll plate this puppy or chicken. So, Brian, 20 minutes has already gone by. What have you been doing for the last 20 minutes?
Well, I went upstairs, ordered some parts, answered a few emails, worked on a VTR in the control room, and so now we're back.
Great.
Multitasking.
See, that's Brian Hoover for you. He's always working. So, what do you think? Is this done?
All right, let's get them on there.
All right.
Like that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It looks perfectly done.
Yeah. Like that. Boy,
Oh
smell
man!
the onion.
Oh my goodness! Yes.
There you go.
And the bacon. Wow! Looks so good. That is beautifully done. I don't think you could even make it better on a pan.
There you go.
Oh,
There's your half.
wow!
There's your knife.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
All
Let
right.
me know what you think.
Let's see now. Look how fluffy it is. Very fluffy, very cheesy. Looks really, really good. Delish. It is really, really good. The bacon is so tasty. The whole thing is very, very fluffy, creamy. This is a way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing one or you're doing 20 of them.
I can see it when you have a whole bunch of people at home, you know, for a Sunday breakfast, and you
Yep.
have the crew coming over or something.
Yep.
Boom. This will do it.
Take your Sharpie marker and mark everybody's name on them,
Yeah.
as if they're different. And then when you pull them out, you know whose is whose, and there you go.
And you can make them different varieties too.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. The thing with kids is you can have all the ingredients out. Everybody makes their own. Everybody puts in what they want. So
Perfect.
yeah, that's it.
Hey, Brian, thank you so much for being
No
here.
problem.
My friend Brian, stay hungry, my friends. Stay hungry,